It was once Europe's most celebrated fintech unicorn, a company trusted by governments, regulators, and investors worldwide. A German tech firm whose stock soared into the billions until auditors opened a file and discovered 1.9 billion euros didn't exist. This wasn't a mistake. It was the biggest accounting fraud in European history. Wirecard AG was founded in 1999 in Germany. A payments processor, simple on the surface, powerful in ambition. By the early 2000s, it had expanded across continents. Offices in Asia, deals in the US, a fintech boom company rising faster than most. Investors loved it. Regulators admired it. Analysts praised its growth. In 2018, Wirecard became the first tech firm in Germany's prestigious DAX stock index. To the world, it looked like a modern European success story, Silicon Valley style, but built in Europe. And at the center of it was one man. Markus Braun, CEO, visionary, charismatic, polished. He didn't just run Wirecard. He sold Wirecard. From outside, everything looked perfect. Year after year of profit, explosive growth, and expanding markets. But a few analysts noticed something odd. Wirecard's profits were too smooth, too predictable, a little like a facade. In 2015 and 2016, financial journalists began asking tough questions. Where was Wirecard making its money? Why were its third-party acquiring revenues, the big chunk of its cash, so opaque? And why did auditors have almost no access to key subsidiaries in Asia? Every question was met with polished PR responses and glossy investor presentations. But the suspicions didn't go away. A financial news outlet called Financial Times began publishing reports that suggested suspicious accounting practices, possible conflicts of interest, and third-party partners that couldn't be independently verified. These weren't idle rumors. They were specific allegations backed by documents and interviews. Wirecard repeatedly denied everything, calling the reports false, malicious speculation. And for a while, the markets believed them, but the journalists kept pushing. They traced transactions. They interviewed former employees. They asked regulators why audits were so limited, and still, no real answers. Then came the breakthrough. In mid-2020, the company's auditor, a Big Four firm, demanded verification of 1.9 billion euros supposedly held in trustee accounts in the Philippines and Dubai. Wirecard couldn't produce the bank confirmations. Auditors asked the banks directly. The answer? Those accounts didn't exist. Or, if they did, there was no money in them. This wasn't a small discrepancy. This was the core of the company's balance sheet. 1.9 billion euros was gone. The numbers Wirecard had been reporting for years. False, fabricated, invented and made up. Within days, the truth came out. Wirecard's entire financial picture was a sham. Profits had been inflated, revenues fudged, cash balances reported that never existed. Top executives were arrested. Markus Braun was taken into custody. He denied everything at first, but the trail was overwhelming. Customers were shocked. Employees were devastated. Investors lost billions. German financial regulators, once proud of their homegrown tech star, were now embarrassed. How could something so large go unnoticed for so long? The psychology of this fraud wasn't simple greed. Wirecard's leadership crafted a narrative. A European tech champion competing with US and Chinese giants. A symbol of innovation, a darling of investors. They used charm, confidence, and fear of missing out. Investors didn't want to question the story. They wanted to believe in it. Auditors later said the fraud unfolded through layers of deception. Fake partner companies, phantom revenues, shell accounts, managed narratives with constant PR and financial metrics that looked good. Every time someone asked a tough question, the narrative was polished, the spotlight shifted, and the facade held. Until it couldn't, because a lie that big eventually crumbles under its own weight. In June 2020, Wirecard filed for bankruptcy. A DAX-listed company collapsing within days. Regulators launched investigations. Executives were charged. Governments pledged reforms, and the world watched as one of Europe's most celebrated companies dissolved into legal chaos. In total, billions of investor money lost, executives facing criminal charges, trust shattered in corporate oversight systems. And the question still remains. How could a company so large, so public, and so regulated fool the world for so long? This wasn't just an accounting scandal. It was a story about perception over reality, about power, trust, and narrative, and about what happens when everyone wants to believe the lie. Because Wirecard wasn't just a fraudulent company. It was a mirage built by people who understood that the world invests not in truth, but in what looks like truth. A lesson for investors, regulators, and everyday people. When confidence replaces verification, the myth becomes more dangerous than the crime.
Good evening.
This is Fraudify, where we unmask the world's biggest scams. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Fraudify for more.